We have $50 from Anderoz. I know what you're thinking. I know you know what I'm thinking. I know you know I know what you're thinking. We're all thinking donate for TASBot, play Celeste. I know that's what I'm thinking. We have $150 from One Lander. Happy to donate to this year's GDQ. Thanks to the staff and good luck to all the runners. All right, you guys. I know I'm ready. Are you ready for Super Mario 64? We've got Cheese and Puncayshun racing 70 Star. Guys, take it away.
70 Star. Ooh, 70 Star.
Very tense. A lot of pressure. Two Goliaths meeting once again.
Yeah, I can feel it in the air, man. It's pretty tense.
It is. It is. You could hear a pin drop.
I'm starting to sweat a little.
Just a little bit. A couple drops here and there.
Yeah.
Punkay's ready, though. He's got his towel on his lap.
Oh, he's chilling.
Somebody on the couch start a countdown.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah! Speed run! Okay. Video games! Yay! So, I think we should do a roll call. Who are you?
I'm with it, Sama. So.
Okay. Simply.
Shout outs to Soat. My name's Cobra.
I'm Princess Viviana.
And we have got a Mario 64 70-star race. Two legendary gamers, very good at their game. Both playing on Japanese version. What is the origin exactly of 70-star? Why 70? With it?
I don't have the answer for you.
Okay.
70 Star is basically the any percent no BLJs. BLJ stands for backwards long jump in. We use that trick to get past the 70 Star staircase, but since BLJs aren't allowed, we're just going to be collecting the 70s fastest stars for 70 Star.
Yeah, basically any percent no major glitches. There's a couple here and there, but nothing too crazy. You notice they're both playing on Japanese version. It's actually faster to play US version in 70 Star, but both getting Lakitu skip. Very impressive.
Good start, good start.
Good stuff. Okay, ground pound from Punkay.
Oh, man.
That's going to set him back a little bit, but not a huge deal. Can make it up. He'll be entering BOB, grabbing one quick star, moving on to Womp's Fortress.
Oh, Cheese might be going for something else.
Okay, Cheese going to the left. Cheese is going to be going for Island Hop. It looks like a very difficult strat. Surprised he's doing it here, but he's a manly man. Let's see what he's got.
That's a speed.
Punkay with the clip. Cheese not quite able to seal the deal, crossing the gap. Not going to go for it again. Probably the right choice. Can't find the bomb. There he goes. Gets the grab. A little bomb, but still making it. No big deal. Moving on along. Let's see if he goes for it second try.
Yeah, you need a very precise wall kick for that. I think there's about 4 frames where you can do a wall kick, and if you get the first frame, the speed will be increased, and then he'll be able to jump a lot further.
Definitely. Both of them going to slide first, saving a cheeky second as opposed to going to Womps right away. I'm going to guess a 12.8 for Mr. Pancake.
I'm taking a 12.7, my friend.
12.6. 12.6. Full faith.
Okay.
Is it going to happen?
Guesses?
Oh, 12.7.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty
Where's
good.
my money?
Audience very impressed. 12.6.
0.5.
Ooh, 12.5.
Ooh. Hey. 12.6. Yeah, I know. You didn't have to tell me. And so far, so good. Cheese a little bit behind, but not a huge deal. A whole 70 stars to get, and a lot of them are very tricky. But both of them with a lot of focus. You can tell they're here for a W.
So there's a lot of fast stars in this stage, so they're going to be getting every single one.
Yeah, Womp's primetime candidate for stars. Punkay flying right up there. And beautiful. Great Owless. Cheese not going to be going for Owless first, actually going to be going for Cannonless, using the setup. Shoutouts to Sock Folder, Legendary Man, and he gets it. Good stuff. It can sometimes not work. Sometimes it's like, it's very specific, but most of the time it works, so thank goodness it worked for him. Okay, now going for it. Okay, using texture setup, a little bit scarier, but he gets it, saving some time, and now Punkay with a pretty strong lead tonight.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, that texture setup was just implemented this year, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Cheese with a nice Owless. I want to say it saves 2 seconds to do texture setup.
Okay.
All right, Punkay going for Womps 100. Arguably the hardest star. Missing 1 coin, not a big deal. You can miss, I believe, 2 coins. Oh no, ground pound slightly to the left. Not going to be able to make this cycle anymore. Actually going to cost him some time, and now a bonk. Oh, Punkay. Getting up there, though.
Gonna have to go for a half cycle here.
Yep, collect some coins while it's still rotating. Desperately need that red and those coins if he wants a 100 coin star. Cheese making the cycle, great stuff. And Cheese making up some pretty good time there.
Yeah, he just basically made up what he lost for Island Hop. Pretty close now.
Right on each other's tails. Cheese with a very beautiful 100. Spectacular gameplay, immaculate.
Stuff.
Unreal.
Okay, Punkay with a dive. Not a huge deal.
Now it looks like Cheese might be in the lead now.
Yeah, Cheese gaining the lead. Just a little bit ahead of Punkay. So far, so good.
About a solid second or two ahead.
Okay, wanted the side flip there, but let's see Punkay get it.
Oh,
Oh no, Cheese just dived a little bit to the left, taking a fall. That's gotta hurt. Punkay back in the lead. Not a huge problem though. Cheese, a speedy devil. Round 2. Okay, got the side flip, nice angle. Great stuff. Okay, going to be going up to the Womp. Going to be giving him a couple of quick pounds in his back. You know, nothing personal, needs a star, not a big deal.
So there's one glitch here where if you do a ground pound, you can actually clip right through the Womp King and do a ground pound on him, which is it's not any faster, but it's easier.
Are you talking about to go back through him after the pound?
Yeah.
Woo, Punkay killing the Womp. Very intense battle. Womp putting up quite a fight, but not able to do any damage, unfortunately. 4 stock. And now looking to wrap up Womps. Honestly, 2 pretty good Womps from both players. I've seen a lot of races in my day. Kind of an old boy, but this has been pretty good for both players. Punkay, you know, slipping up in 100, but not a big deal.
Couple of Choi dives right there.
Yeah, a little dusty, but, you know, trying his best. So they're all done now. Going to be doing another slide star, and then wing cap, and then Dark World. Dark World, probably the first super scary stage of 70 star, I'd say. First Bowser level.
Yeah, depending on where you die, you can lose a ton of time.
12.7.
I'll say 12.8 again. I believe in it.
Halfway through.
Okay, bonk. Neither of those are valid. 13.5. 14.1. 12.7.
0.6.
Hey, I got them both right for Cheese. I'm just in tune. You'll notice they switched to Mario Cam right here. It saves some lag frames. That light in the lobby causes a lot of lag for some reason. So you just press Mario Cam right away. You don't even have to deal with it. Okay, with some hot flying. Getting those first 2 reds. Oh, okay, he's good. Very nice flying from Punkay. Cheese right behind.
Nice, and he also gets the texture or the tech skip.
Indeed, he does. Looking like a pro. God Gamer alert. So here comes Dark World. In theory, I think it's not that hard of a stage, but especially in a situation like this, SGDQ race, can't just reset if you die. A small slip up anywhere could spell death.
Looking clean so far.
Yep, both on pace for Shigeru cycle. Oh, getting zapped. Might still be able to make it though. A lot of speed, and he's got it. That 6th red right there is basically what determines what cycle you're on. Punka getting the best cycle, and Cheese as well. 2 speedy boys. Ooh, Punka wanting the first. He's not getting them though, but still a pretty nice ending. Let's see what Cheese goes for here. Oh, a lot of speed flying right up that slope.
Double firsty, nice. Very
Wow.
nice.
Speedy Gonzalez live.
I'm just going to sneak in a quick donation. We have $2,000 from Fangamer.
Oh my goodness.
And they say we gotta see Tazbot play Celeste. Big super thanks to everyone who brought something from our GDQ collection this week. Y'all make these donations possible. The commentary for this Mario 64 race is top notch, and I can't believe the cool tricks this runners are pulling off. Thanks for the entertainment. Thank you so much, Fangamer.
So if Cheese would have gotten Island Hop, he wouldn't have had to go back into BOB, but since he missed it, he's going to have to do the normal strat to get the star.
That star he went for right at the beginning is the star that they can now get with the wing cap, which they didn't have before. You need at least 10 stars to be able to get the wing cap. Ooh, little bonk from Cheese.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
big bonk from Cheese.
He's up there.
Moving right along, though. Oh, a little low. Okay, what's he going to do? Going back on the slope. Have to go for this again. A little bit higher. And there he goes. Good stuff. Yeah!
All right, so this next stage is called Coulomb Mountain. It's a pretty cool stage.
Nice. Found it. That was impressive. Oh, audience, not too happy about that one. Okay, well, making those wall kicks work. We'll see what Cheese can do. Big backflip. Nice wall kick. Okay. Beautiful stuff. So I believe they're doing CCM 17 as opposed to getting 18 stars in CCM. They will not be racing the Penguin. It's safer for races. If you race the Penguin, you could potentially lose.
It's also faster over racing the Penguin, right?
It is. It's a win-win. Good for races and faster. You can't argue with that. Cheese being a good Samaritan, saving the little Penguin. Nabbing a quick star in his back pocket. Okay, Punke missing a couple coins, I think, but I think he's still good. Missed 2.
He's
gonna
one
need the
point
backup.
short.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Cost him a little bit of time. We'll need a backup red here. Missed 1 too many coins on the slide.
Still a lot better than missing 2 coins racing the Penguin.
If you miss 2 coins while racing the Penguin, you have to redo the entire race, basically. Or redo the entire 100, because you can only get 1 star. Okay, slow get up from Cheese. Can't get in the chimney, but manages to get in there. Figures it out. Okay, nice angle. A little bit of an air ball.
Cheese can still miss one more coin and still be good for this one.
Okay, also going to be saving the little penguin. Quick grab, just slide it down the entire level. No problems, no questions asked. Okay, all finished up with CCM, cheese05, right on his tail. So all lobby stages are now complete. They'll be moving on to BBH. Grab a couple of stars before moving into the basement. It's a little spooky, there's some ghosts, but don't be alarmed. Not a huge deal.
I've got a $150 donation from the 71st star in Mario 64.
Ooh, okay.
He says, why am I always being left behind?
It's okay, babe. We'll get you in 120 star. Someday. All right, got to be careful here on this balcony. Okay, excellent 3-hit combo, wombo combo. Okay, side flip ground pound from Cheese. Just gonna be taking him out on the balcony. It can be a little scary because if you fall off, you got to go all the way back up the mansion. But thankfully, both players good at the game, not falling down. We got one more star left. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward stuff. You know, a side flip, a wall kick. And all done with BBH for Punkay. But cheese05 not letting up. Now I'm going to be moving on to basement. I'd say basement might be the hardest part of, well, one of the hardest part of 70. The ending definitely very hard, Rainbow Ride and Tick-Tock Clock, but a lot of hard tricks coming up here.
Yeah, there's one trick in particular. It's similar to the first strat that they did with the bomb to clip through the gate. They're going to do the same thing to get through the pyramid for SSL.
But first, they got to get MIPS. Nice punch grab from Punkay. Impressive, impressive. cheese05 getting the dive. Didn't have quite the right angle there for the punch. Much safer to just go for the dive. Now entering Shifting Sandland. Going to be going for Pillarless. Okay, punch a little bit early. Got a couple of backup stars, though, in case things don't go so well with the bomb. Okay, interesting camera angle here. Kicking all the way up. Going to be meeting the bird. Oh, okay. Getting the bop.
He's got some air.
He's good
on that kick.
Cheese got the big bomb.
Punkay's looking, yep, Cheese is
moving
looking
right
good.
along, and buttery smooth,
Nice.
right in there. Excellent. Okay, we'll be going for that again. Let's see if he can get the grab. Okay, got the grab. Big bomb. It's looking. Oh no! Dive just a little bit late. He does have another backup star. Not a huge deal, but it's starting to sweat a little bit, perhaps. No more backups left. He's got it. Okay, huge jump dive. Do not fall off of this pyramid. Fly Guy trying to bop him, but no avail. All right, the pressure is now on.
No more backup stars.
The grab. Got the bomb. No, no dive. What's he going to do? This is probably the best decision.
He's going to respawn the bomb. Try it again.
Round two. Pillarless giving Punkay a hard time. Okay, turning around. The fake out. How does he still get it?
He's good.
That's good.
Incredible. Okay. And then another pound. Punkay is shaking his head. Not too happy about that, but does finally get it.
There we go.
And we'll be moving on.
Very nice.
Good stuff. Cheese accelerating. Now in the lead. Getting some stars and Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough trick, and in a marathon setting like this,
Definitely can be tough. No matter what, like no matter what setting, it's a pretty tough trick. A lot of quick movements to make, but able to get it, thankfully. So a lot of lava here, as you'll see. Oh, ground pound. Oh, wow. Okay, not rolling out into the star. Commentator getting tripped on his words, very shocked. Can't believe my eyes. Oh, bonking, trying to get back in the painting.
This is
It
the
actually
one
is kind
stage-
of hard to get back in. That's
Yeah.
why kick is kind of hard.
This is the one stage where you actually can do a slide kick into it.
Fun fact. Oh, not getting the ledge grab skip,
Okay,
but nice kill.
looks good.
Taking out that bully, no problem. A lot of stars being collected. A lot of clapping. So Punkay looking like he'll be entering the volcano. I'd say the hardest trick in LLL is lava boost, using the lava to propel yourself up this lava waterfall over here. That's what Punkay looks like he's going for.
Oh, no. And
Taking a death.
he will respawn back in the volcano right away, though.
Yeah, it's not the worst mistake in the world because it just kind of saves you in there, but Cheese with a triple kill. Okay, round 2 for Punkay on the waterfall. Let's get up there. Oh, no!
Wow.
Wow. That's got to sting. He had it, ledge grabbed, bully said no, got bopped. But third tries the charm, as the kids say. So let's see what he's got. Okay, up there. Looking good, no ledge grab. Triple jump dive on the pole. He's got it.
Nice.
And Cheese,
He's also up there.
ooh, clipping on the pole, looking fancy.
Looking nice.
Flexing. Legendary. Calling out Punkay.
Impeccable.
And Punkay in a difficult spot, has quite a bit of time to make up, but it's certainly not out of the question. Still a lot of stars left, a lot of hard movement.
Do we have time for a very special donation?
Yes.
It's $250 from Simp Mom and Simp
Aw.
Dad.
Shout out Simp Mom, Simp Dad.
They say congratulations to SGDQ, all the runners, attendees, Puncayshun, Cheese, and Simply. Wonderful cause. Keep up the great work. Another awesome job with everything. Best of luck on the rest of the run. Loving the energy in this room. Love Simp Mom and Simp Dad. Thank you so much.
Aw, my heart. Love you.
Love you, Simp Mom.
I love Benny.
Okay. And some love for Benny coming out. Shout outs to Benny. So Cheese just getting the triple jump box, going to just say no to the wall and triple jump right over it. Getting a star in the process. Punkay, 1 star left in LOL? I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Got some bullies to kill. I mean burn. Boil. Ooh, not quite able to get that last bully, but still a nice combo. Cheese05 getting that clip right through the wall. It's actually a pretty precise trick. Good stuff. Saving some cheeky seconds there. Wow, Cheese just moving at the speed of light. Nothing stopping this man. So Punkay in the building. Okay, Punkay
Nice.
also getting the clip. We gotta clap for everything. It's important.
There it is.
Thank
There
you.
it is.
There we go. That's what I like to hear.
All right, Cheese going for the Christmas Miracle Star.
You want to explain the Christmas miracle?
Sure.
Okay.
So we usually thought, way back in the day, that we thought that it was just luck, just getting that switch and hitting it. But we found out later on that if you're at the peak of your jump, you can trigger the switch that way. So it just depends on how high you are when you wall kick.
Got to get the peak wall kick. But thankfully there's a backup, so it's not a huge deal if you miss it. Okay, punch
punch.
from Punkay, taking out his aggression.
Nice punch setup.
Has some built-up energy, letting it out.
We have a $2,000 donation from Steve0199.
Okay.
And he just says, an A-press is an A-press. You can't say it's only half.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yes, you can. Oh, not quite the angle Cheese wanted. Boulder
Oh.
going to be slapping him around for that mistake, but only one. Thank goodness. Gets up there. Persevering through the boulders, very, very honorable, admirable.
Cheese is getting the hardest star in the game right here.
Yeah, very interesting conversation with the Toad. Toad just going to be giving him a free star. Nice guy.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good
Picking it
strat.
up. Great stuff.
Thanks, Toad.
Extraordinary. Okay, 1 star left. She's moving on to Dire Docks for some swimming action. Okay, now going to be going for the Christmas Miracle. Can he get it? Everybody's wondering. On the edge of their seats. Heavy breathing. Does
Money.
get the
Gets
switch.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now Punkay done with HMC. Cheese, you know, with some incredible breaststrokes, moving very nicely through this water, hitting some chests with his nose, unlocking them somehow. Very good swimming from Cheese. Yeah, Punkay, how does he do it?
We have $100 from BG Mark 33 that says, loving the race and the commentary. I'll donate another $50 if Simply can make the mama penguin noise.
Ma.
Very nice.
Easiest $50 of my life. Okay, Punkay missing a swim. Not a huge deal, though. He's got it under control. Cheese looking like he's going for front sub, a much harder way to get on the sub. A lot of leg. Can be very punishing. Okay, not happy with that setup, shaking his head. Going to the left. Oh, does get up there. Wow, nice stuff.
So I think Cheese, he's only has Manta Ray left. And the hitboxes on these rings are very sketchy.
Very finicky.
Yeah.
They're really good on the first 5. If you can get the first 5, which
Yeah.
Cheese just did, it's great. If you
That's
miss
good.
one, you're basically doomed. For whatever reason, these rings are not, they just don't want to get captured. We've seen it a million times. But Cheese will now be moving on to the second Bowser stage, Bowser in the Fire Sea. Probably one of the hardest stages in the game. Going to be going for Lava Boost early Ellies. Basically need perfect movement in order to make the cycle. Not a lot of room for error here. He's looking good. Oh, Punkay getting the
that
front
looked
sub.
clean.
Legendary.
What a monster.
And Cheese on a very good pace and Fire Sea here, looking like he's going to make the boost. And there he goes.
Gets it perfectly.
Good stuff. Very impressive.
See if he gets a good ending here.
Yeah, the second part can be very hard too. Oh, getting his bumsy burned. Still a pretty decent ending though. Moving right on along. Okay, getting the Manta Ring star will also be joining his friend Cheese in the Fire Sea. This Bowser throw is also quite finicky. Out of oh, I thought he was going to bonk there. Clearing the gap. Like the first Bowser throw in the game has a lot, like those hitboxes on the bombs for some reason seem to be way bigger. And the hitboxes on these bombs are like a pixel, I swear. Feels like that sometimes, but we'll see. Just gonna be creeping up behind Bowser, kind of a little unfair, grabbing him before he even has a chance and throwing him right in the bomb. Great stuff. Punkay looking like he's also on a great fire seat here. Bowser just gonna float up in the sky and turn into a key because that makes sense. Let's see if Punkay can get that hot, good ending. Not getting burned. Look at him go. Oh my, the speed. Making up some time there on Cheese for sure. Cheese popping the key in that door, moving right on up to the upstairs portion. Pretty difficult. There's a couple tricky things here and there, but we'll see what happens. Just gonna teleport through the ceiling, no big deal. For whatever reason, Mario can just grab a ledge there and just yoink. Okay, also not playing fair. And, ooh, nice. That was close. Good stuff. Cheese rising quick up there. Punkay collecting a key. But a star, what? Star above his head, grabbed a key, that is interesting. Cheese getting these triple jump wall kicks out of the way. Probably the hardest part of Wet Dry World. Right here, just moving around that wooden plank, but executing it like a professional. Let's see what Punkay goes for first. I'm gonna guess 100. Nope. Maybe? No. Triple jump wall kick as well. It's good to get it out of the way. Oh, not getting an opportunity to wall kick there. Gonna have to wrap around. She's going to be doing 100 plus secrets. Can only miss one coin here, and RNG can be kind of a pain in the hiney sometimes, but we'll see. Okay, Punkay rubbing the wall a little bit for good luck, and then does get the star.
RNG manipulation right there.
That's what the kids say. Oh, she's also rubbing the wall. A lot of rubbing going on tonight. Oh, okay, a little more. Gotta be careful about the AM. Punkay with a double box kick, legendary. How does he do it? Cheese with a pretty hot 100 here so far. Punkay, really good RNG on the spider. She's missing a coin, but not a big deal. Has room. Oh, jumping a little early. Very clean 100 from Cheese. Punkay looking so good so far. Hitting that final secret box, spawning that star, moving right on along, doing what he should, and doing it well, I might add. But missing a coin back there. We'll see how the Chuckia treats him. Okay, not carrying him. The RNG sometimes could be bad. A coin could just pop off to the left there, but Chuckia being nice. Punkay with a very optimal jump.
We have a $400 donation from Zulch. Shoutouts to my friend Cheese and the buster known as Puncayshun. I'm so glad to be subbed to both of you, and I know this race will be mighty. Also, shoutouts to Simple Flips. Hashtag Cheese calls me babe, and I'm okay with it.
We all are. Okay, Cheese flying through Tiny Huge Island secrets. No problem. Gonna have to be doing a big jump here, though. Gotta make sure the timing's right, and very good. That was excellent. That was super fast. Cheese05 making it happen right now. Not a lot of mistakes. chugging along, keeping it real. And Punkay as well, honestly. Punkay's been playing really well since Fire Sea. She's going to be going for the clip. Kind of hard to explain what happens there, but basically there's a big body of water, and for whatever reason, if you clip into a body of water, you just teleport to the top of it instantly. And we use that to our advantage to save, you know, a couple frames. Okay, now doing secrets. Okay, bopping the Goomba. Ooh, not quite the right angle.
Good backup, though.
Really good backup. Triple jumping right on that. Ooh, cheese almost falling off the edge. Whoa. That's good, though.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to fall here.
We've got a $15 donation from Simp Jones, who says, Punkay, we know you can do it, from Simp and the gang. Remember what Jackie said before the race.
Okay, also going for the clip. Okay, little swim. Cheese with another hard star. Don't know how he does it. She's going for one of the hardest tricks in the game. Oh, not getting the wall kick and not going to bother with trying it again. Just going to use the breeze. Ooh, perfect use of the breeze. Oh, trying to turn around. Mario not cooperating. Let's get it figured out, though. Punkay obliterating these piranha plants before they even have a chance to sprout to their full size. Okay, but back. Wow, missed it slightly. Backflip, getting hit around.
Looks scary.
Yeah, Piranha not going down without a fight there. Packing a punch. She's going for reds here. Very tricky part. Oh, triple jump. Really good backup, though. Turning right around. Oh, not getting the wall kick. A lot of leg. Ugh. Okay, can Punkay grab it, though? Oh, no, not able to fall down to the shroom. Sometimes the camera gets a little messed up after spawning the star.
Wow. Mamma mia.
Punkay looking excited about this. Has an opportunity to sneak it in. Can make the comeback.
A sly grin appears on his face.
Okay, now going for breezeless. Oh, not quite the height. Shaking his head. Going to also be using the breeze. Ooh, Cheese not getting the jump he wanted. All right, and that's what Cheese wanted to do the first time. Going to be landing right on that star. There he goes. And a cheeky little ground pound right under it. Great stuff. And suddenly we are not so far apart, only one star ahead. Whoa. Okay, but whoa! Falling back down. What is even happening anymore? Punkay not quite sure what's going on. Just managed to figure it out, though. So this is like a similar thing. Going into a body of water, you clip right to the top. Excellent waterfall star from Punkay and Cheese. Backup wall kick. Good stuff. Oh, and same thing almost. Okay. Doesn't let it happen again. Interesting camera. Makes it work. Punkay ascending. Nabbing that final star at the top. Cheese as well. Huge jump dives.
We have a $25 donation from JubaFits45. Now here's a real challenge. I will donate another $25 if Simply makes the big bully noise. Good luck, runners.
The big bully noise. Arr, arr. All the bosses sound the same. They all make that same noise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Punkay has reds left. She's all done with Tall Mountain. Now moving into Snowman's Land. Final star before the tip top, as us runners like to call it, tippy. Hardest part of the run. Punkay flying through these reds. She's flying up to the top of the Snowman's head. Two incredible displays of talent. Okay, little jump there, but good stuff. Punkay also done with TTM, moving on to Snowman's Land. Very impressive movement from Cheese. Can he get the, going to be going for reds first.
Yeah. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, other route. Doing reds in 2018, everybody laughing.
Yeah.
Punkay with a nice Snowman's head. And Cheese with some nice reds. Pretty close here. Seems as though it will boil down to tippy. A whole lot of things can go down in tippy, as you'll see. Or you may not. Maybe they'll clutch it. But that would be very impressive. Punkay getting the pound. Oh, just a pixel off. I swear. Can Cheese land it though?
Pixel
Wow,
off.
how was, yeah, what? He was right on the corner. She's not able to get it either. Not a huge problem. Just a second, you know.
I've got a $150 donation from Grand Pooh Bear.
Woo!
He says, this race is insane and Cheese is hot.
Ooh, okay.
GG to both runners.
She's now done with Snowman's Land. Okay, right behind him, 2 quick stars left. Moving on to the final stages in the 70-star speed run. She's now in Rainbow Ride. Going for Lakitu bounce. One of the harder tricks in Rainbow Ride. Gets the wall kick, has the bounce. Still not over. Okay, grabs the pole. Still going. Clips the edge.
Double wall kick, nice.
And he is up there.
Making it
Oh,
look
not able to get the
effortless.
ground pound, but nonetheless, spectacular. Punkay using his star power to his advantage. She's now going for tricky triangles. Oh! Punkay going for the glitchy wall kick there. Not able to get it. We'll see if he goes for it again. It is pretty hard. She's with some impressive triangles. Not too tricky for a guy of his skill level. All right, Punkay going for it again, but not even able to get the triple jump. Wiping the sweat off his hands. And Cheese moving right on along, getting these reds. Third time's the charm. Okay, not quite though. Punkay with a bonk.
Sorry, you guys have more tries.
Cheese wondering what's going on, seeing Punkay's screen in the corner of his eye. And it's hard to get this triple jump. Punkay trying his best, but it's a little tricky. Pressing A can be difficult. Commentator throwing some shade, doesn't even play the game. Finally gets it. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, now it's time for the bounce. Oh, wow, there's a shell up there. Look
my
a little
God.
scary. He's up there, though. Okay, moving on along. Crowd roaring. Uh-oh. Bonk. Okay, interesting side flip. And he is up there.
Nice.
Nicely done. Puncay finally making it happen. And she's in TikTok clock. Making quick work of Rainbow Ride. He is here to win it. TTC 100, maybe one of the most dazzling stars in all of Mario, I think. Really fast, a lot of crazy looking movement. She's making it look effortless. Puncay with some hot triangles. Ooh, RNG not quite there for Cheese. Oh, maybe get the wall kicks. Knows the backup though, really quick. Getting the first, a lot of speed. See if he avoids the invisible wall. He does. Oh, okay, slipping now.
Boy.
All right, he got the rollout. Pancake flip. Wow, I didn't even know that coin had boxes. cheese05 getting the backup coins that he needs. Not falling all the way down. Keeping a level head. Okay, getting these reds. Okay, a lot of wall kicks. Where's he going? Gets the ledge grab. Wrapping up that 100. Ooh, using the thwomp. I'm not able to seal the deal. Just gonna have to wait for him. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, with a slow get up. Still making it though, and wrapping up Rainbow Ride.
All right.
All right. All right. Cheese entering in at time moving now. Very impressive triple jump wall kick. Ooh, slipping. Can he save it? No wall kick.
Oh, boy.
Falling on down into the bottomless pit. Okay, time moving. Showing Cheese how it's done.
Nice. Oh, okay.
We have a very special $100 donation from Puncay Mom and Puncay Dad. Hey, it's Puncay Mom and Puncay Dad thanking all who participated and the organizers for a great, successful event. Loving the marathon this week, saying hi to Simply and Cheese. And Simply, you are doing a great job. Awesome race, you two. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks, Brenda. We got some supportive parents in the SM64 community. Really feeling the love here. Ooh, Puncay not able to get in the star, but still making it over there. Good stuff. Some aggressive clapping. Okay. Some interesting, some spaced out clapping now. Finding our way in the crowd. Okay, now going for 100. And the clapping. Endless clapping here in the audience. They are keeping it going. A lot of energy. Okay, crowd going wild, losing their mind. What have I started?
We have $150 from Dragon Quest Celeste. I'm getting red splits on my donations. I'm not fast enough. I'm glad I can finally contribute to GDQ after years of watching. Good luck to everyone running, and good luck to Cheese and Puncayshun. Hey guys, $50 extra. $50 extra if I can get a wahoo from the crowd. So 3, 2, 1, wahoo! Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
70th star.
70
Cheese.
stars for Cheese. He is now looking to end it. Wrapping it up. Oh, not getting the triple jump wall kick. Okay, slipping around, losing control here.
Nice triple jump,
Not
though.
quite sure what he's doing. Moving on up these stairs. Okay, Puncay
stairs
almost
are hard,
falling to his
man.
death, kicking himself into the abyss, but he saves himself, not able to get the side flip. Cheese in sky. Wants to get that cake. Okay, 1 star left in TTC. Cheese going for triple jump wall kick. Does
Gets
get it.
it.
He is in position. Okay, some pixel grinding. Mario not cooperating. This does happen. Ooh, nice rollout. Oh, rubbing the wall for good luck. And he heads on into the pipe. Final 1v1 match with Bowser. They've got some beef to settle.
Good
First throw. Okay, getting his 70th star. Oh, Butterfingers. Sticky fingers. Slightly missing the throw there. Puncay perhaps has a chance here. She's spinning. Okay, 1 throw left. Puncay moving right up these stairs. And
The bounce. Gets it. Nice.
cheese05 taking the W. Oh, Puncay taking an L. Fall in the sky.
Nice.
But cheese05 and Puncay, both absolutely amazing players. Definitely worth giving them a follow if you like Mario 64 speedrunning.
Right side.
Okay. Okay, a lot of ledge grabs. All right. Very scary. Okay, Bonk. Taking a bit of a fall. No big deal. Losing some health points. I want to grab a couple coins. Good choice. Second try. There he goes. Very impressive. Right side quite tricky. Okay, getting it though. Moving on along to the pipe. Okay, dancing around a bit. He's in there.
Oh, he doesn't have the Corey with him.
Puncay going to have to damage his stick a little bit here, spinning his N64 controller. Throw number 1. Here he goes. And another one.
Looking like Steph Curry.
Okay, final throw. Not quite. Bowser somehow just leaping back up from the abyss. And
He gets it.
wrapping it up. What a great race. Yeah. And a great handshake. The sportsmanship is real. Woo! you have anything you'd like to say, sir?
Testing 1, 2. I just want to thank everybody for coming, and thanks for everybody for the support, especially throughout the years. It's been 4 years now, and I was 5th appearance, I think, and I just want to say thanks, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Twitch TV/cheese05 and Puncayshun as well, Twitch TV/Puncayshun. We do runs every day, breaking world records. It never stops. Thanks, everybody. Love you.
Love you, babe.
Make sure you follow me too at twitch.tv/simply. I like to commentate occasionally.
All right, thanks
Thank
once
you.
again to Puncayshun, Cheese. And you guys, wasn't that great commentary by Simply? I think we should give him a round of applause one more time. All right. Still a pretty amazingly close race for Super Mario 64. Always a good time. Plus, we had a packed crowd here, lots of energy. I'm glad that's something that we got to watch together. We do have the donations still coming in. We have $50 from Borovac. Celeste gave me such a hard time on the side Bs. I want to see TASBot crush it. We have a $50 anonymous donation. Nothing better than seeing TASBot climb a mountain. Got to get that Celeste hype. We have $50 from Clymar. Can we see TASBot race its evil but ultimately misunderstood evil twin up Mount Celeste? And finally, we have $5 from TASBot198 who says, I just really want to play Celeste. Aww. So if you want to see TASBot play Celeste, that is a donation incentive that's going to be closed after this next game coming up, which is the Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker HD, run by Linkus. It is any percent, and so we only have about another hour and a half to make that donation incentive. You guys are going to want to make sure that we get that. That's going to be an amazing way to show off TASBot's skills, have him play Celeste. So we're currently at 49,000, and we need to be at 65,000. So we've got roughly about 15,000 left to go. I know you guys can do it. We've been getting so many donations, so many comments, so keep those coming in. Like I said, we only have about an hour and a half left, so if you'd like to see that, make sure, don't wait, get your donation in right away. And if you haven't seen the TASBot block, you are in for a treat. That is always one of my personal highlights of every GDQ. So you're going to want to stick around, of course, for Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, and then the TASBot block starts after that. All right, and with that, we're going to throw it over to the interview desk. Take it away, Sent.
Hello, everybody. You guys are watching Summer Games Done Quick 2018. My name is Sent, and with me, I have the absolutely wonderful OmniGamer. You guys might know him as a Sylvan Tail runner. You might know him as someone who's played Hagane. If you've been around GDQ long enough, you might know him as a technical wizard. And if you've been around in the Smash scene forever, you might know him as one of the best Kirbys to ever show up.
But don't get too far ahead of that.
I mean, I give the praise where praise is deserved, Omni. But today we're going to talk about something a little different, Omni, because it's true that in addition to all of these wonderful talents, you're also now just about an author. You've been working on a book for a little while, right?
Yeah. It's so I started writing what I intended as a speedrunning guide of sorts several years ago, and now it's transitioned into a full-blown book project, and it covers a broad swath of things from just how do you jump into a run? How do you learn about whatever game that you want to try and speedrun? How do you practice for it? How do you look for glitches, tricks, skips, anything like that? But it also covers some of the finer things. Why we have rules that are set up in a certain way. What is the actual history behind things? And, you know, it's started out as just a passion project for me, but really I've learned so much myself over the process of making this, and it's been a fantastic time working on it.
Glad to hear you've enjoyed working on it. Now, the working title for the book is Speedrun Science, a long guide to short playthroughs, if that's correct.
Right.
And like you mentioned, it talks sort of a little bit about your history as well as the history of speedrunning and something even of the psychology behind speedrunning, what makes it appealing. Now, the book does kind of go into a much more in-detailed version of who OmniGamer is, but would it be fair to say, as a sort of a synopsis, you've always been someone who's identified as a gamer ever since you were young. You discovered competitive gaming, and speedrunning kind of became a different outlet of that as you grew a little older.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, as I was growing up, I had a bunch of friends around, and we'd go and play Smash, and it was great and wonderful. And then I grew up, and people get different parts of their lives. They move on to different things, and I still wanted to connect with games. I wanted something that was challenging, that was fulfilling, and for me, that became speedrunning. So. I spent a lot of time after that just kind of getting my feet wet in it. I had to figure out a lot of things for myself. This was way back before, GDQs were basically just getting started.
Sure.
So there was only a small amount of exposure, and really it was the Wild West on whatever game you wanted to pick up. And honestly, that was probably some of the most fulfilling stuff for me, is just figuring out what some of these things are in games.
Sure. Like you said, it was kind of the Wild West. Outside of the big games, outside of Quake, Mario, maybe a couple of Zeldas, nothing was really heavily routed back in those days. And your first run, if I remember correctly, was actually Skyblazer.
That's right.
Really, really fun Super Nintendo platformer. I've dabbled in it a little myself. And you mentioned actually in here that speedrunning wound up kind of being that bridge between your competitive side and maybe that more like grown-up side of you that wanted to collaborate with other people and work on a project after you got your first times, and other people started wanting to get involved in Skyblazer, run Skyblazer, do work on it, even start to task the game a little. And at first you kind of, like you said in this script you gave me, you kind of had the fear of like, oh, this is competition. We're gonna clash. It's gonna be messy. And sort of the realization into actually at the end of the day, even though speedrunning is a very competitive thing, we're all aiming for the fastest time. It's competitive in a very strange way because we're all aiming for the fastest time together at the end of the day, right?
Right. And this is something that was kind of new to me because it was something about before you were trying to preserve the best tricks to come out on top, gain some kind of competitive advantage, whereas when we went into the speedrunning side of things, it was much more, it's cooperative in a sense. You share the information, not because you want to be able to wind up with that top time for some short period, but because you want other people to also help you. There's lots of different ways to improve, and many times you can get that from other people who can look at something a little different, maybe have a different idea about how to optimize, and really it's about getting the game down to the best point possible. Whether you're at the one to do it or not, that's kind of secondary.
Yeah, no, I mean, the community really does feel like it's everything in speedrunning. It felt like that back then, and I think it still feels like that right now. I'm trying to find the exact quote here. I'll just paraphrase it that you've written. Regarding, one of the first runs of Skyblazer you did that felt great to you, that felt acceptable. And the line is to the degree of, I wanted a run that I could feel proud of before I had a run that I wanted other people to be proud of.
Right.
And I mean, I think that's something that speaks to me really near and dear, because this was years before like speedrun.com. This was years before any kind of attempt at a centralized leaderboard, in all honesty. I mean, this was back in the days of send your times into Nintendo Power via screenshot kind of speedrunning. I mean, do you think that adage is still true today, that really when it comes down to it, you feel like you want to have a time that's you're proud of before, any kind of fame from having a strong time on any kind of leaderboard?
This is one of the things that I tried to explore, and I really had to think through in my book, is just all the reasons why you would speedrun. So there's certainly a variety of people who want to be competitive. They have a variety of friends, and it's like, hey, yeah, let's learn Mega Man X. And we're going to get really good at Mega Man X, and we can race it whenever we have time in the evenings. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And then there's another variety of people who just want to sit at the top. I want my name to be on the top of the leaderboard as my claim to fame. That's the bragging rights. And then there's an entirely other variety of people who just want to play something in a new way. So you have the game, you've got the time, and you just want to put in some new way to play that game because you love it. And there's all these different ways to look at it, and really it speaks to anybody who wants to apply any of that. So speedrunning is just a great outlet, as I found, and really it's you can apply it any way that fits your mentality.
Sure. So let's talk a minute just kind of about the logistics of writing a book like this. Now, obviously you said this sort of started as a passion project for you. Just, you know, you wanted to chronicle the history of speedrunning and your own history with speedrunning.
Sure.
But how do you write a book about, you know, a hobby that, in all honesty, is very niche? It's very specialized, you know, in a way that the mainstream audience can understand it. Was there information you felt that was better left out, technical specifications you didn't want to dive into, or did you feel that it was better to just, you know, go all out, explain everything, and let the reader try and piece things together that might not be as intuitive?
I would say that one of the biggest challenges in actually writing the book was making it general enough. So I have experience across a dozen or more games now, and you know, all of that applies to just those games. There's certain principles that I've applied in those games that you can just go back and apply to any new game as well, but really to think about that and to describe it in a way that somebody else can pick that up, a way that you can understand it without it being tied to that specific game, that was probably one of my biggest challenges in writing this. And just over the course of looking back, all the things that I've done, I had a process. And this process really helped me out. I would say that learning how to run a speed run is its own challenge. It's not just a matter of you throw the game in, you start doing attempts, and at some point you have a time. No, there's a very methodical way that you can go through it so that you can get a good time that you are aiming for much faster. And I try to distill that into a couple steps, some things that you might look for no matter what game you're running, whether it's an RPG or a platformer or something completely different, and try to find what those principles are so that I can describe them and you can apply them in a way that is effective for your game.
Yeah, definitely. I know you spend a good deal of this chapter I was able to read talking about speedrunning almost not as playing a game, but as solving a logistical problem. Like, we need to optimize this, here are our options, here are the outcomes we're looking for. And you know, how do these things work out in the small picture? How do these things work out in the large picture? And you know, putting that all together is really sort of what routing and learning a speedrun is more about than just playing a game over and over.
Right. And a lot of times what you see is the finished product. You see a run.
Right.
And what you don't see is all of the time and effort that went into making that full run. And it's going to be time spent optimizing a room, time spent optimizing when you get an item pickup. And that just expands out across the full time. The trick is, how do you actually make sense of that and put it together? How do you put all the puzzle pieces in such a way that you can finish it and that it's actually an effective, optimized time?
For sure, for sure. So, I mean, you do talk a little bit about the history of speedrunning, you know, going back to the creation of SDA and even, you know, the Twin Galaxies leaderboards. But I actually had a question for you in another direction.
Yep.
Where do you think the future of speedrunning is going, especially with all of these, you know, small indie companies such as 13AM Games, such as Yacht Club Games, basically building games from the ground up with speedrunning in mind, or at least as, you know, an afterthought?
You know, it's becoming a lot more accessible for companies to see what speedrunning is now, what people enjoy about it, and it is having an impact on game design overall. But that said, that's just for the future. There's plenty of newer speedrunners that just a year or two from now are going to pick up that untouched 20-year-old game that, of course, wasn't built for speedrunning at all. And you still have to think about how that's going to play out in the future too. Whether the next person to come along to pick up some random game on NES is going to be able to apply everything that they've learned on it from playing modern games. But in the same way to appreciate all the little things that make that original game speedrunnable. Modern speedrunning practice certainly lends itself well to a variety of ways that developers can make the games now. For example, putting in additional tools for practice, being able to for example, select a specific patch is actually very important.
Of course.
So there's many different ways that speedrunning is actually having an impact on that side of development. But really, it's exciting to look back at how somebody might apply that towards older games where you have far more advanced tools to work with emulators, save states, and that variety of thing.
All right, of course. Obviously, much older games, you know, NES era, Super Nintendo era, completely not designed with speedrunning in mind, and yet many of those games wind up being absolutely amazing speedruns just due to the variety and depth of tricks in them, even though they're completely unintended. Well, OmniGamer, it's been absolutely amazing having you here to talk about this. One final question.
Yep.
Where can people get this book, and when will it be available, do you think?
All right, so the book right now, it's entering the final stages of production. We are expecting it to be available as in off the printers in October. So there's just a bit more to do with arranging pictures how I like it and everything to make it just perfect. So that's going to be just a couple more months out. You can find out more details and see a preview of the book if you go to speedrunscience.com. That'll redirect you to our partners at Fangamer, who are working with me on the production side of this book to help make sure that, well, I don't use too many words in all the wrong places, and then it's much closer to English when it comes out.
Fair enough. Well, Omni, wonderful having you here. The book,
My
guys,
pleasure.
is Speedrunning Science, a short guide to long playthroughs. I've been sent. With me has, of course, been the amazing OmniGamer, and we're going to throw it right back up to the front as we get ready for The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD by our good friend Linkus7.
All right, thank you so much, Sent. Like we said, coming up next, Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD, run by Linkus. We do have to take a quick ad break, but we will be right back. And welcome back. This is Summer Games Done Quick 2018, powered by Twitch. Welcome back, everyone. We are getting set up for our next run. We have a couple donations here I want to read. A $50 donation from Andy90, who says, "How do we know Madeline isn't already tassing? She probably injected the code that allows her to inexplicably dash in midair. I vote we investigate and get to the bottom of this." And then we have a $500 anonymous donation that says, "Only 10,000 to go now. Let's get that TaskBot run." And of course, what they're referring to is our bonus game, TaskBot Play Celeste,